Oh, board of normal.
Oh, yeah.
Yesterday, yeah.
I recognize you.
Yeah.
You look different.
I'm not wearing my normal shirt.
Yeah, okay. What's your official role with Normal?
I'm on the board of Normal National, and I also own a PR firm.
Okay. Back when the episode of MITA Checkled, sometimes I get the pleasure of interviewing the good guys. Okay. There's a lot of information we provide out there. Love doing this. We see it as like a college course that people have so they can learn about the industry, seed to sale, what a bud tender does, all these other things. It's a lot of big industry, big complicated world, complicated tomatoes.
Hey guys, we'll be right back to the podcast, but first, thank you to our sponsors, Pier 5, Karma 365 Cannabis Insurance, and CMB New York.
Executive Director of Normal years.
And then I was elected to the national board. So
when were you elected to the national board?
That was about a decade ago, actually. So I've been on for about 10 years. I was potentially the youngest board. That there may have been one person younger than me, but I joined as the youngest. And I still think I'm the youngest. I should.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good thing, but I am the youngest.
I don't think anybody in the industry, and I love that. How many members of I was going to say, I don't think anybody in the industry speaks as highly about Normal as I do, because I understand your guys' role and you guys' historical role as an advocates and how the organization just kind of functions on volunteerism and the concept of let's do whatever the hell we can to make this a plant come back to the weed state that it was in one time.
Totally.
That's not the mission statement.
Pro consumer. We're consumer advocates is the main crux of our mission statement.
You say it a little bit more refined than I do. But so how many members are there of the national board?
Honestly, we need to go back and check, but between 10 and 15 or so.
15? Yeah. Why? You guys should have me on the national board.
I'm going to send you an application later.
I don't know why I never been. You know, I actually volunteered for LEAP for Franklin. Is that his name?
Cool. Yeah. No,
2013, 14, because I was ex-prosecutor. And I was like, okay, we got it all wrong. I can use my voice to straighten things out now. And it was just too complicated to work with him.
Interesting.
I mean, Neil Franklin, right?
I believe.
Yeah. It's like he wanted me like interview and stuff to see if I could like properly represent the
lead properly.
You know, and that's the thing about Normal is there's for some reason it's structured that, you know, we will take your warm, cold, huddled masses and we will take whatever effort you want to put together and put forward because we're all in this together and we're just fighting. And yeah, we're going to fight and argue with each other, but there's a big, greater purpose. You know, it just feels different. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that, yeah. When there's a shared goal, especially around something as important as like stopping arrests, which is really what Normal was founded under during the height of prohibition. There's a shared boogeyman that allows you to all work together in a way where it's just more genuine. I feel that.
This is why all the Smurfs used to get along so well because prohibition is like
shared enemy.
And all the guys in Normal are like the Smurfs and they're all running around terrified of Gargamel when in reality, like Brainy Smurf was probably sleeping with Smurfette and then pissed off Papa Smurf. Or maybe they were growing the same strain and they were trying to compete. Who actually got the name, the strain in, I don't know. Maybe I'm just going.
I don't know the show well enough. Yeah. I trust your analogy though.
No, you know what I'm saying? And everybody in Normal is like in a big Smurf village and they all just get along. They're all just doing the right thing, trying to fight Gargamel.
Yeah, we're all just trying to chip in where you can. That's exactly right. We're volunteer from the ground up.
And it, you know, it's a good crowd and a lot of them. I'm hoping that Normal one day morphs into something like the Ralph Nader Consumer Protection. What was that group he started?
I know what you're talking about. We actually have brought it. I know about it from Normal. Actually, I believe Keith Strapp is the one who told me.
Yeah, I've been throwing that out there for like 15 years now.
Yeah,
because that model should exist where there's consumer advocacy, there's consumer awareness, you know, and there's a lot of education involved in how people should use cannabis. And Normal has the natural pipeline for that because most of the Normal people work with Normal. They're also consumers or patients in some capacity, right?
Totally. Yep, for sure. And Normal itself, like everyone else, is going through this transition from prohibition to legalization. Yeah. You know, we still have a lot of states that are prohibition, complete prohibition, where members are getting arrested. We can't forget about them, but we also need to continue adapting with legalization for sure.
I'm going through a transition myself. I mean, like, there's like boy, man, and then something else.
Yeah.
And so,
Senior citizen.
yeah, you always, like Bono always said, I'm a man, not a child. Well, I'm sorry, Bono, but I'm not just a man anymore.
Yeah, something.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at transition wise. But everybody, the transition's not part of life. So what else do you do other than normal? Because normal can pay the bills, folks.
That's true.
Here.
That's true. I own a PR firm and an SEO agency.
Yeah.
We've also recently started AI consulting, which is getting pretty popular. I own a smoke shop that I started with a friend of mine who went to jail for cannabis. And when he got out, I put up the money and we are partners on that. I'm partners in a cannabis tour company in California. And I help Whoopi Goldberg with Whoopi and Maya. So I'm a partner in Whoopi and Maya, one of Whoopi's companies, one of her brands.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
We'll be in my, what is that? What is that?
We are a company geared towards menstrual cramps. So it's medical cannabis, not medical cannabis products exclusively, but cannabis products that have a medical goal of relieving menstrual cramps for women.
Obviously,
Menstrual
that's very
pain.
different than Whoopi Tea, but Whoopi
Yes,
Tea probably helps a little bit too.
probably. Yeah.
So that's cool that you work with Whoopi. Do you know Scott? We like,
Yeah.
I love Scott.
Yeah. I was with him before.
Scott is that guy who dots I's, crosses T's, runs by his watch. You know, what is that? There's a phrase that when somebody's always on time, you know what I'm saying? There's like an old phrase that people use.
I don't know the old phrase, but I know punctual. I mean, I know the word punctual, but I don't know the phrase.
Yeah, but you know, it's on the top of your,
You're gonna get it like once we move on.
yeah, like you can say so. Well, anyways, he's very reliable, good to work with. So it's good you're working with Whoopi Brands, and she's a big supporter of things in our industry, which is fantastic. What else you got going on? You got normal, you got your PR.
I'm also on the board of SSDP, Students for Sensible Drug Policy.
Shit, he just dropped that. Did you see
Yeah.
He's in there right now.
I started as a student advocate, actually.
We're weaving our way into Chris Crane land.
Yeah, so Chris and I are good friends. Yeah.
When I can throw out and drop Chris Dame's name, Chris Crane's name in a podcast, our SEO goes up.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So
yeah,
what'd you say,
we
Chris
both
Crane,
been
Chris
involved in
Crane,
SSDP.
Chris Crane. Is that gonna work?
Yeah.
Yes, for the AI out there.
We'll have to send this to him.
That's not how AI works, is it? Sorry. So go ahead. Students for Sustainable Drug Policy. Tell us about them and what you do with them.
Yeah, I'm on the board as well. I'm one of the alumni. It's a student-run organization, international network of students. Truly student-run. So the board is majority students. I'm one of the few alumni. So it's interesting. On SSDP, I'm one of the oldest. Normal, I'm one of the youngest. Completely different roles, different boards. But they're both similar in that they're grassroots and they have, similar mission, which is like ending the drug war, ending cannabis prohibition within the drug war.
Those are amazing things you're doing. Next thing he's going to tell us he's like Spider-Man or something. He'll say, what else do you do?
Just those two.
So you do, yeah. Anything else you want to talk about?
No, I mean, everyone should visit ssdp.org, normal.org.
Yes.
Both organizations are totally worth donating to.
Yes.
SSDP completely shaped my life for sure. So did normal. But I wouldn't be who I wouldn't be who I was with either organization. But SSDP tends to shape young people really when it matters, in college.
Absolutely. Huge supporters of those. Now, business wise, because you have to make a living, and we really want people to support those people who are giving back, and you're giving back tenfold. How do people support your business? A smoke shop? What else?
Nison Co is my main job. That's where I spend most of my time. We do PR, SEO, AI consulting, lead generation as well, B2B. And that's Nison Co, N as in Nancy, I, S as in Sam, O, N as in Nancy.com.
Okay. So if you're out there, reach out to him. LinkedIn too?
Yep, LinkedIn, Evan Nison. EVAN. Nison, N as in Nancy, ISON.
Yeah, definitely support his activities. Reach out to him. These are the kinds of individuals that we love supporting in the cannabis industry. And anytime I get to say Chris Crane's name in the podcast, I'm a happy man. It also reminds me like Danny Crane. Remember?
Dango?
No, there was a William Shatner.
Oh,
he was a lawyer
sure.
in a Boston show, and he'd be like,
Danny Dango.
Your Honor, my client is innocent. Danny Crane. Danny, what? Danny Crane, yeah. Anyways, whatever. Okay, this has been another episode of MITA Unshackled. We are at the Cannabis Means Business Expo, a great gathering of individuals in the New York, New Jersey area. And we thank them for hosting us, Christine, everybody else. It's been a good show, and there's some wonderful people here. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.